Hello, this is Gloria, and I'm Rebecca, and we are couples therapists with Inland Empire Couples Counseling. And this is a bonus video in our series on common problems that couples face during the holidays. We're just trying to provide a little bit of extra support because we know this can be a hard time for a lot of people, and a time when stuff that is hard at other times can be amplified and worse. So we want to give you a little bit of extra help. So the problem that we're tackling today is when the two of you can't be together on the holiday. So I know we had a pretty robust conversation about this in our therapist team meeting the other week. Gloria, do you want to fill us in a little on just a few examples of when, like how this comes up that people might not be able to be together?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So when does this come up? I mean, I think it's probably a little bit more common than what we think. So one, it could be
Definitely.
like work related kind of stuff. It could be even last minute work related kind of stuff that we all plan everything and we thought we had the day off, and then all of a sudden like crisis or schedule changes or somebody called off, and then you're pretty much up for all of that. So it could be work related, it could be even like family turmoil kind of stuff. It could be even exhaustion, because I think a lot of folks, especially during like the end of this time, are burned out, and they may want to be there, but like physically, mentally, spiritually, if you're a spiritual person, like they can't be there. So laying in bed might be a little bit of an
Right.
easier option, or
Right.
it sounds like a better option during the time.
Yeah. There may be reasons why you can't travel to visit your partner's family. It could be work in retail, law enforcement, um, restaurants, anyone in the medical field, like with military. We were kind of surprised in our conversation at how many situations we were able to come up with or that we had personal experience with for why people might not be able to be together for the holidays.
Mhm.
So give us some tips for how people can manage this if they're able to connect online during the day.
Definitely. So some of the things that are kind of like cool ideas that we all kind of came up with and considered is perhaps if that person is available online, like during some special moments, like on the holiday, then maybe we can just make it like an interactive, fun thing. So we could do like a video chat or what have you, and maybe enjoy some of like the holiday foods. Like if you guys have a favorite, you guys pre cook or what have you, and then you like set up a time when you guys are both available to just eat, like get your grub on. Like I love holiday food. So I get really excited talking about holiday food. But it could be playful, it could be awesome. You guys can judge the food, but like I think of like chopped, but like in a respectful, nice way. We're just like, yes, this is like delicious, or what have you. I
Right.
taste a hint of nutmeg. Some other stuff is even having like a cook off like with each other, or just like cooking. Like you don't have to make a competition. It could be just relaxing and fun, and just cooking something that's really similar. Actually, I think that you came up with the idea of like, right, we can like maybe use delivery services or whatever it may be to like deliver some items, some food items, or whatever it may be to like help kind of facilitate this a little bit better, especially if we're not in the same vicinity, but we have that shared time. Um,
Yeah.
my family, we do gingerbread houses, which is kind of cool. So if you guys have ever done a gingerbread house, you know it's really challenging, especially because like it goes beyond like the little ones. If you guys get bigger and bigger and bigger, even the small ones can be super challenging. So that can be fun to do online with each other and just see what's like the best gingerbread house, or just be there at the end, right, during the process, and admire each other's gingerbread houses. And then even gifts. So if your holiday involves gifts, maybe you guys can make it like a really personal moment and just wait for each other to like from each other's gifts, to wait for each other like online, make it real personal. Like if you're with other people, maybe separate yourself to kind of get that bonding moment in.
Right. And if you have kids or are with extended family, maybe the whole family wants to join in, that we're all joining our missing person for their lunch break and we're going to wait, and like the person who's working maybe still gets to have lunch with the family or something like that.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. And then we had some other ideas for if your person can't do this kind of real time connection with you online, they're not available on the day.
Yeah, so technology is our friend. So we want to make sure we like document everything. Document like you act dot your I's and cross your T's. So that means like photos. Oh my gosh, photos can be super fun, even if we're not there like during the moment, but you can take that time with that person and just like make it a thing when you guys do get to get back together, like whatever it may be, or even over the phone or what have you at a later time to just go through all the photos. Photos can be so special. And even if you have some time to pre-prep some stuff, is send maybe holiday treats their way. So if they have favorite foods or like little treats that they really like, send it to them. Also, you can, this one is very personal, but you can also do like a holiday love letter and pack it with their lunch or just send it in the mail, whatever is the best avenue. Or you can even text it, right? We don't have to do snail mail, but we could always text it too. But something to make it real special for them.
I love that. And part of the challenge of not being together with your partner on the holidays is dealing with loneliness, especially if it seems like everybody else around is with their person, with their partner. What are your ideas on how people can deal with the loneliness?
It can hit pretty heavy. I'm sure everybody wants their loved one with them and wants to share all these great, wonderful things. So, one of the biggest things is mostly take care of yourself. Make sure to take care of yourself. And sometimes there's like that residual guilt of maybe, I get to see this with grandma or my auntie or my best friend or something, but I still don't get my partner here. And one of the things that we're thinking about is I'm sure that your partner does want you to have a good time. Like, yeah, like they want to be there too, but I'm sure that they don't want you to feel this way. They don't want you to feel lonely. So taking it small moments at a time, treat yourself to like your favorite stuff to do, holiday hot cocoa, whatever it is, fuzzy socks. I love fuzzy socks. And be around people who support you that can like really like kind of gather around you and give you that little extra like spirit in you when you're feeling lonely.
Yeah, and just because you maybe don't have your first preference that you could be together with your partner doesn't mean that you have to be alone. And you may find other family members, friends who would love to spend a holiday together with you. So you can combat the loneliness that way. And then the last idea is to expand the idea of holiday. So tell me what you're thinking here.
Yes. This causes for a little bit of creativity and maybe some pre-prep work before like whatever holiday is going to be celebrated. But when we want to incorporate our loved one into the holiday and maybe we know ahead of time, like they just cannot be there because of whatever situation that has come up. Holiday doesn't have to just mean one day. We can expand that idea and maybe incorporate a week or like 3 weeks or something ahead of time or 2 weeks ahead of time, whatever the preference is, and start really laying out what's like the absolute like holiday list that you want to accomplish and being realistic about it. So we don't want to stuff everything in
But the
where we
must-haves, the top priorities.
yeah, the must-haves. We still want to make it fun. So we don't want to feel like we're running like just to do all this stuff. And really incorporating our partner to ask them like what's the number one thing you want to accomplish too for the holiday because we're all going to be separated. So what can we do together to make it extra fun for like the both of us and particularly our partner because they want to be there. I'm sure they definitely want to be there. And some of it is also alleviating that pressure that you don't have to hit everything on that list. And it goes back to what you're saying. Just prioritize the stuff. You can do a gingerbread one day, and if it doesn't happen the following week, that's okay. The flexibility has been one of the main things I think that's super important is just coming from a place of understanding and just being a little bit more flexible in the thought process that holiday doesn't always mean one day.
Right, right. And I think that some people maybe face these types of things more often than others, if that's because of their work or perhaps the particular holidays they celebrate. Like it's really nice and easy if you celebrate Christmas that everybody has Christmas off or many places are closed. And so that's not a thing that you have to worry about. But if the holidays that you celebrate aren't ones that are normally recognized by the culture around you, you may face this type of thing a lot more often. that you have to navigate around people working because this isn't, your holiday isn't a day off work. And if that's you and you have other suggestions that we haven't talked about, we would welcome you leaving comments on this video so that we can share and learn from each other. And if you would like to speak with one of our therapists or get to see the whole series of videos for our tips for navigating problems during the holidays, you can check us out at iecouplescounseling.com. Thanks.